Hello and welcome to Motorway 1, and in today's episode I stand next to a car and I get scared by a Nissan 370Z. All of that is to come later, but first we have a very radical car. This is the all-new Radical RXC 600, and what a car this really is. And as soon as you step into the driving seat, you can just tell how much fun this is. This is not a road car. All you get is a few gauges, as you can see on my right, and if those are reading correctly, you can do this. You can pin it to the floor. I mean, look at the instant acceleration, and it's quite surprisingly quiet. So it also just feels refined. Doesn't feel like someone's screaming right in your ear when you're driving this. So surprisingly, for a race car, it's quite comfortable. But now it's time to answer the obvious question. How quick does this thing go round our racetrack? So, why don't we find out? So, in 3, 2, 1, go! Right, let's put in a good lap to see how quick this thing really is. I reckon this is going to be the new fastest time. I mean, look at it go! It's a weekend racing car. It weighs nothing. And it still passes the regulations for Le Mans and many other amateur endurance races. I remember the BMW from last episode. It's a few months ago now, because these episodes take ages to make. It was 148.7. That was a cheap sports car. This is a very expensive sports car. The starting price is, you might want to put your crockery away, £680,000. So this should be, in theory, hell of a lot faster. And we're just on the closing straight and across the line. I would love to know how fast that was. So let's find out in the pit lane. You're not going to believe this. The end time, 1:27.1, which is the new fastest car round our track. And we will put that in the corner of the screen to confirm it. 1:27.1. And with that, back to the studio. Moving on then. You might be wondering why I'm standing in front a Jaguar XJ220. And that's because I'm going to answer a very important question. Have hypercars really improved since the 1980s? Well, to find out, I put one of these up against a Bugatti Veyron to see who could go round the quickest at our track. So, you might want to brace yourselves for this. So then, the Jaguar did it in 1:31.4. And the big one, the Bugatti Veyron, 1:24.2. So it does prove that hypercars have gotten better throughout the years. And with that, let's move on to our next film. So then, this is a Nissan 370Z Fairlady. And this is a BMW Z4. And what we're going to do is compare them both. So, starting with the Z4, driving it feels decently comfortable and refined. So, let's see what the Nissan 370Z feels like. So, here we are in the 370Z, and let's see what it drives like. Yeah, pretty much the same, nice and refined. So, pretty even driving wise. So, let's see who can accelerate to 100 miles an hour and brake in the shortest distance to prove which one is really best. So, here the Nissan lines up, and here it is now. So, it's going. And it's stopping. Very, very quick indeed then. So the BMW is away. And it's already stopped. So, let's go back to the studio and... So, the Nissan did it in 340 yards. But the BMW did it in 327 yards. So, the BMW is the overall winner. And with that, thank you for watching and goodbye!